What if I told you the world is not slowly growing, but quietly moving toward a major financial turning point? And most people won't even realize it until it's already happening. Right now, everything looks normal on the surface. Jobs exist, markets move, governments speak about growth. But underneath this calm surface, something very powerful is building pressure. A system built on debt. And today, you're going to understand it in the simplest way possible. But before we go deeper, if you want to understand how real money systems actually work, without confusion, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Dalio Explained. Because here we break complex economic ideas into simple truth that actually makes sense. Now let's start with a simple idea. Imagine the global economy is like a giant machine. This machine runs on one thing: borrowing and spending. When money is cheap, everyone borrows. Governments borrow. Businesses borrow. People borrow. Everything feels like it is growing fast. This is the exciting phase. But there is a hidden problem. The more you borrow, the more you owe. And at some point, the system becomes overloaded. This is what one of the world's most well-known investors, Dalio, calls the long-term debt cycle. It is not a theory. It is a pattern he studied in history again and again. And here is the important part. We are not at the beginning of this cycle anymore. We are somewhere deep inside it. Now let's slow this down and understand what that actually means. When debt rises too much, the system starts to feel pressure. First, it is invisible. Everything still looks fine, but slowly cracks begin to form. Prices go up. Interest rates rise. Money becomes harder to manage. Governments start reacting instead of leading. And this is the phase where most people get confused. Because nothing looks like a crisis until suddenly it does. Now imagine this happening in slow motion. At first you don't notice anything. Then you feel small changes. Then those small changes become part of your daily life. This is how big financial shifts actually happen. Not sudden, but quietly. And this is exactly why understanding the debt cycle matters. Because if you understand the pattern early, you don't panic later. You adjust. Now let's connect this to your life. When the debt cycle reaches pressure points, it doesn't stay in banks or governments. It moves into real life. Jobs become uncertain. Costs rise. Investments become unstable. Savings lose strength. And people who were not aware of the system suddenly feel like everything is changing too fast. But in reality, it was never fast. It was always building. Now here is something very important to understand. According to Dalio, these cycles are natural. They always repeat in history. Economies expand. They reach limits. Then they correct. And then they rebuild again. It is not the end of the system. It is the reset of the system. But resets always feel uncomfortable while they are happening. Now, the question is not, will this happen? The question is, where are we in this cycle right now? Many experts believe we are already in a late stage where debt levels are extremely high, and systems are becoming more sensitive to change. That means even small shifts in interest rates, inflation, or global tension can create bigger reactions than before. It's like a tightly stretched rope. It doesn't break immediately, but it reacts strongly to pressure. Now take a moment and think. If this system is changing slowly around you, are your decisions changing with it? Or are you assuming everything will stay the same? Because that assumption is where most people get caught off guard. Not because they are careless, but because they are unaware of the cycle. And that is exactly why this topic matters. This is not about fear. It is about understanding how the system actually works so you can stay prepared, not surprised. Now, before we end, remember this one idea. You don't need to predict the exact future. You just need to understand the direction of the cycle, because those who understand the direction can adjust early, and those who don't only react when it is already too late. That is one of the core lessons, often explained by Dalio. It's not about perfect timing. It's about understanding the structure behind the system. Now I want to leave you with a simple thought. The system is not collapsing suddenly. It is shifting under pressure. And the people who recognize that shift early are always the ones who adapt best. If this video helped you understand something new today, make sure to like it so more people can see it. And subscribe to Dalio Explained, because in upcoming videos, we will break down more hidden parts of the global economy, debt cycles, and how they connect directly to your financial future. Now, I want to ask you something. Do you think we are already deep into this cycle, or still early in it? Write your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. And if you feel this could help someone else understand what is happening in the world, share it with them, because awareness is always the first step.